I vividly remember when someone showed me Sigur Rós for the first time, and I was blown away and like completely enamored with what they do. And I was like, this is exciting. And then I'd come out of like getting really deep into progressive music, so it was just kind of like the two things happening simultaneously, like kind of opened my eyes a lot. And then there's like just movie soundtracks that just come to mind. Interstellar being one that like so good. Just trying to capture like that energy and trying to just portray a story without words was always the thing that I latched onto. Even before the Elemental 4 concept was born, like I always wanted to create interesting sets and interesting flow from one song to the other. And we do use some transitions from one song to the other live, and when we've played for years, like that's been kind of common. So yeah, I'm a fan of like just kind of creating an experience, if for no other reason, just for myself.
Yeah.
Because I like getting in that state and then just not having to think about anything else and just kind of. And it's been really strange and rewarding in so many ways that like people kind of vibe with it, and that was definitely a surprise to me because I was so used to just doing this for myself. I didn't really think about that piece. At every step of the way, people have just surprised me with that. So that was it's kind of cool. In composing the themes and the interludes between the songs, I got an early draft of the story from Chris, and then we talked about what our set list should be. And once we had that flow of how it's going to be divided into 3 arcs, or 3 acts rather, it was a matter of just introducing characters at specific times, assigning them themes. And the music, the songs were written already. And some of them are recent, some of them were fine-tuned, like in parallel with this process.
It's interesting because it's like multifaceted, right? So I've definitely pigeonholed myself as the melody maker in the band because I'm always the one playing the little twinkle twinkle little star melodies, while Kay's just like, here's a soundscape that lasts forever. It's a balance between those two things. But I think we're open to trying anything new because of our dedication to the song as a whole. In terms of like serving the song, we kind of try and balance that out. And when we try new ideas, we do have a bar of entry or like a bar of standards where it's just like it doesn't sound like Dara, or it's not like a Dara-esque thing for us.
We're pretty democratic about it. We'll play it both ways or however many ways we have and see what works the best, what flows the nicest. We don't fight too much on it. I think a big thing is we're the band, and that's it. So I know we're all separate parts, and if you took my bass parts alone and just listened to them, a lot of them would be kind of boring. But the whole idea is to make one thing, one cool thing. So I mean, it's really all the elements together is really makes the important one.
With the music being instrumental, really, we don't even announce titles when we play. We just let the music do all the talking, and then whatever people feel connected with, it's just free. This may or may not be a shock to people, but I don't know music theory.
Oh, yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah.
When I write, it's just, I have my own references to sounds that I use, I guess. In terms of songs, usually I have a lot of help from my trained bandmates who decipher all that stuff, and then they like figure out what voicings I'm using and how I'm kind of transitioning, and then so that's how the songs get written. In terms of creating transitions where I was kind of operating more or less just by myself, one key thing was I was very mindful of what the last phrase in the song that ended made me feel like, and what the next song, and like what mode I had to get into for the next song. And those were just bookends, and I had a blank canvas in between. Ebb and Flow is a theme that's been central to this band forever. The other elements are hard to represent, and like then I kind of draw more from the context of what the piece is, what I'm connecting in the story. In this particular instance, like there was just key moments in the story, and I knew the songs that were going before and after, and like the interlude needed to really like establish a good flow between the two, or if there was a turn, then it had to indicate that. So just being familiar with the music helped a lot, and being familiar with the story also just provided like the necessary context to do it the right way.
You know, what was like the first thing that you put down?
I think the first thing was the theme of the conduit. That was really just a prologue to the story, and I really wanted that to, I wanted to represent grace, beauty, power, and destruction all in one piece of music and keep it cohesive. It's weird because as much as I can overthink about things, that one I didn't have to. Just kind of just fell out. The first song in the set list and the last song in the set list were written together. And there's a theme in there that I wanted to represent, and I did use that as a foundation for what the Conduits theme became. There's like that one piece, that one progression that just kind of I held very near and dear to myself, and it was just a matter of, you know, if I could let this breathe on its own, if I could just let it exist without the confines of I have to perform this, or, you know, what is it going to be like live? I was just like, remove all constraints, just take away all context, let it be. And that was how it kind of came about. For Elemental Force specifically, because we have a story and we have 5 phenomenal performers coming together to tell it, like that is different, that is very unique, and it's only like happening once, so it's kind of special.